Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and Merry Christmas. As you can see my outfit, today is Christmas. The only reason why I'm actually filming on Christmas is because today is our 1 month postpartum. Baby girl is 1 month today. She was born on Thanksgiving, which was the 25th of November. And of course, today is the 25th of December and it's Christmas. So before we went to our grandparents' house, I just want to hurry up and give you guys a quick update of my 1 month postpartum. So we're going to talk about three main things. We're going to talk about how I'm feeling, any breastfeeding obstacles, experiences, and what I look like. Because of course everyone's like, okay, it's a month later and I still have like a pouch or still look 2 or 3 months pregnant. Like, what do other moms look like at 1 month? So I'm going to show you what my belly looks like at the end. So first thing first is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't think I've had any type of like postpartum, I know I haven't had any postpartum depression so far. I know they say it can come up to a year. Your baby can be like 11 months and you can get symptoms of postpartum depression. But so far so good. I have an awesome support system. So hopefully that doesn't happen to me, but you never know. Of course, definitely the first 2 weeks we had so many visitors. It was like every other day I had to like organize when people were coming because I didn't want everyone to come like in the same day. So baby girl is very popular already. So when people came, they brought us food, they brought us groceries, they cooked for us, cleaned for us, asked us if we wanted a nap. Like, we have the best support system, amazing friends, amazing family. So that definitely wasn't an issue. Other than that, everything is pretty good. I would say my key was off for a whole month, which we're both grateful for. So he was off for a month, and that month our time schedule, our routine was just like out the window. Obviously, we have a newborn, so it's kind of like everything just changes and it takes a while to adjust. But we were like even staying up till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, just watching movies and just hanging out. So, now that he's back at work, now it's more like, okay, let's get into a routine. So I'm trying to get us all in bed by 10:30. Mike is up at 5 o'clock to go to work. So me and baby girl usually stay in bed a little bit longer. And of course, since he has to work, I am the one up with her all night. So, but not all night, because she's actually been doing pretty good for the last few days. She'll sleep for like 2 to 3 hours, wake up, feed her, change her, and she's back to sleep in like within 30 minutes, and then she sleeps for another 2 to 3 hours. So like, we're pretty, so far so good. Like I said, it's only been happening for a few nights. So I'm hoping she'll keep that as a pattern, because that's really, really nice. But anyway, so I'm up with her most now that he's going back to work. So once he goes to work, we usually, chill in bed for a little bit. Before he was going back to work, we would be in bed till like noon, maybe even 1. So now I'm like, okay, I don't want to be in bed all day. Let's try to get our days productive. So in bed by 10:30 and up by 10:30 is what I'm trying to do. Of course, I'm not going to like beat myself up over it. Like, if we want to lay in bed till 12, we can do that. It's just, I want to just think about it and be like, okay, it's 10:30. You probably should get up, or I have stuff to do. Let's get up. And instead of just not having any type of schedule or routine. So we'll see how it goes. I think today's technically like day 4. Of course, we got up early today because it's Christmas. But yesterday we chilled in bed till like 11:30. It was Christmas Eve and we had nothing to do. So I was like, okay, let's just chill. But we have been doing okay with going to bed by 10:30. And it's actually helpful that he is going to work now, because then it kind of forces us, like, he needs sleep. So it forces us to go to bed at 10:30. So we'll see how that goes so far. I feel like usually she's like up around that time. So I'm like, okay, if we go to bed 10:30, maybe I can put her in bed by like 11:30. She'll be sleeping. So, so far it's okay. Not perfect, but it's only been a few days, so we'll see. Let's see. Other than that, I feel great. My energy, I have energy, which is kind of weird to say, because during the whole pregnancy, I feel like I never had any energy. So like I said, 4 month postpartum, I have tons of energy. I can't wait to work out. I did a little bit, they told me not to work out, but I did like a little mini, like 30-minute session a couple of days ago, and it went okay. I feel like my legs are definitely need some work. Like they're so weak. I think I did like some lunges, 3 sets of 8, and I was like had like the wiggle legs when I was coming up the stairs from the basement. So it's gonna take a while to get my endurance back, my muscle tone back. It's gonna take a while, but at least summer is still like 5-6 months away. So not gonna stress about that. Other than that, let's see. Of course, like I'm not always energetic, but I have my days. But for the most part, I feel like I'm pretty energized. I definitely want to start eating a little better because, like we all know, during pregnancy you don't eat the best, and stuff like that. So next is breastfeeding. So at first, we had a little bit of struggle. I'm not sure if you're like a new mom or not, but you will know at first, like your breast milk doesn't come in right away. You get that colostrum, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, for like the first 2 days, and then your milk comes in 3 to 5 days after you give birth. So that, and they were like right on the money. Like my breast milk came in like 3 days after she was born, so that was great. So of course they like lose weight a little bit in like the first few days, and then they start gaining the weight back. So as soon as my milk started coming in and she was drinking milk, her weight like went up really fast. Even the doctor, the pediatrician, said that it usually takes newborns like 2 weeks to get back to their birth weight, and it took her like a week. So that was nice and good to hear that her weight is up. But that first couple days, like it was very painful. I was like, if this is how breastfeeding is gonna be, I might have to turn to formula because this is like painful. I actually dreaded breastfeeding every time she was hungry, and I was like, no, I don't want to. But of course, like I will. But it was painful. We actually made an appointment with a lactationist. And she definitely helped a lot. I did not know there was a certain way to pump, like different settings. And once you have let down, turn to the setting, and it was like a whole thing. I was like, oh, it's a system to this. I had no idea. So that definitely helped me pump more. She also helped us get her latch a little better. That definitely helps. Even to this day, like a month later, I definitely prefer the right boob over the left. I don't even know if you can tell, I feel like my right is a little bit bigger than my left because I prefer my right boob is bigger than my left, so I prefer my right. So I feel like the more milk is coming out of my right, so that's why, it's just a little bigger all the time. But I don't want that, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna force myself to try to feed out of the left. I've been doing good so far, and I feel like the more I feed out of my left, the less painful it is. So it's just time, I guess. But yeah, so I use nipple butter, not so much anymore, but in the first few weeks I used nipple butter, ice packs every now and then. But that was like literally the first week and a half. Now like I don't really need any of that stuff. My nipples they don't have like any trauma to them. They look fine. So at first they were kind of like scabby a little bit, and it just hurt all the time, but I guess that's normal. So that was good to know that's good that it only lasted like a few days or a few weeks, because I was like, I cannot do this anymore. But we're all good now. Breastfeeding is awesome. I do try to pump maybe once or twice a day. Like I don't even know if you actually have to pump, but I do need a nice supply of stored frozen breast milk. So I do try to pump at least once a day. Since I am breastfeeding full time, I don't think it's necessary to pump because you are getting that sensation for both boobs every 2 to 3 hours. So as long as you do have, as long as she is breastfeeding, your boobs know to keep making the milk, So, but like, I don't know if you guys know, but I am a flight attendant. So when I do go back to work, I do need a nice supply of stored breast milk. And for her only to be a month old, I think I actually have like a pretty good stash that I'm proud of. I think we're gonna have to even get a deep freezer for the basement because I'm not trying to have our freezer full of breast milk. Other than that, let's see. about the boobies. Oh, pumping. At first, I didn't have one of those bras where you can kind of like put them in there. So I was only pumping one breast at a time, which takes a lot of time out of your day. So on Amazon, you can find one for like $20. I think Target, I saw one for like $22 where you can put them both in there and your hands free. But then now I'm like, okay, I'm hands free, but I don't like to be like stationed next to like an outlet. I want to be walking around and stuff. So I think I am going to invest in a Willow or an Evie next year. I am switching my insurance to my husband's, and he has a little bit better insurance than I do. So I think the Willow will only, or the Evie will only be like $190. So if you do want a breast pump, make sure you figure out how much discount you can get, how much of a discount you can get through your insurance. So yeah, $190 is way better than $500. Like, they're ridiculously priced. And I have heard mixed reviews are good and bad, but and you can't really keep that much in there. I actually pump pretty. I'm actually lucky, and I can pump average. I think like 6 ounces per boobie, and I think the Willow doesn't hold that much. I would probably have to like switch it out. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I am gonna try that next year. Actually, was it like next week is next year. Throughout the night, she does feed every 3 to 4 hours now, which is nice because then we get those longer stretches of sleep in the night. And I did have my boobs done, boob augmentation 2018. So I was kind of nervous about breastfeeding. I was like, I don't know if it's going to be an issue or if anything's going to be wrong, my milk ducts, but everything is fine. And I'm very grateful for that. So there's that. I think that's it for the boobies and breastfeeding. Oh, she does take the bottle and the nipple. If it's food, she'll take it. Because I know a lot of moms say like, oh, like my daughter won't take the nipple, or she won't take the boobie if I do this too long or that too long. But she'll take whatever you give her. So we're lucky because I don't know, food is food to her. And I did want to do bottle and nipple, like I said, when I go back to work. Of course, people got to feed her, and I also wanted daddy to be able to have that intimate time feeding her as well. Okay, yeah, so that's done with breastfeeding, and I do have the Spectra breast pump right now, and it's pretty good. I like it, no complaints. And so now what I'm looking like, so my pre-baby weight was 145. Delivery weight was 180. So I gained 35 pounds, which I think is great. I think the normal weight gain is like 25 to 35, something like that. So I was happy about that. Right now, 1 month postpartum, I am 155 pounds. So I did pretty good that first month. Nothing I did, I can't even give myself credit because I didn't do anything to lose the weight. She was 6 pounds, 11 ounces. They did say I had a lot of fluid up in my belly, so I think that kind of went away as well. I did have some swelling. I think it's still going down, honestly, and I'm breastfeeding. They say breastfeeding burns a lot of calories, and also my appetite hasn't been where it usually is, so I'm pretty sure that plays a part in me losing a little bit more weight as well. I'm actually even thinking about drinking some protein shakes because sometimes I don't want to eat like one big meal a day and like kind of snack throughout the day. So I know they say you should be eating just as much as you were pregnant, and I'm eating like probably half as much as I was when I'm pregnant because when you're breastfeeding, you're still burning so many calories. So we'll see about that, about getting protein shakes. But now what you guys all want to see, let's look at this belly. So I've been using bio oil and cocoa butter stretch mark cream, and I used that the whole pregnancy, and I swear to you, the last 2-3 weeks, all my stretch marks came. And I actually watched a lot of other postpartum videos from other mamas, and they said the same exact thing. They're like, I was fine the whole pregnancy, and then boom, the last 2 weeks, last month, like all these stretch marks came. So I guess it's normal for your belly to stretch a lot at the end of your pregnancy. I'm not sure, but it kind of psychs us out because we're like, oh, we're doing good, like no stretch marks, and then all of a sudden you're like, where did these come from? Like they literally come overnight. And I mean, it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. What are you gonna do about it? I don't even want to stress about it until I'm actually down, until like my stomach is like how I want to look. And then if I still have stretch marks, then I'll look into like creams and tightening cream and maybe even some procedures like dermabrasion. I don't know. It's a couple of different things you can do to kind of help the appearance of them. So I do have a little bit of a pouch still. Alright, so as you can see, I do have some stretch marks here. And they're kind of like all right here. Like I got some of my thighs, but I kind of already had them there, so I wasn't really tripping too much. They did go down a little bit, but it's still like nothing I'm concerned about. I didn't get any on the sides, which is nice. So I did get lucky there. They're all kind of just like right here. As you can see, my stomach is still kind of dark from the rest of my body. So I'm kind of hoping it will go back to the normal, my normal complexion. If I kind of like stretch it out, it kind of disappear. So we'll see what it looks like. The only reason why I think my swelling hasn't gone down all the way is because my belly button is still kind of poking out, and I have like a pretty intense innie. So I mean, I don't know if that means anything, but we'll see. So here's from the side. Here's me just kind of letting go, but no one really walks around like that. It kind of hurts. So this is, I mean, normal. This is me flexing, normal flexing. So, I mean, I still have some type of definition that I'm excited about, but I can't wait till I can do crunches and ab workouts and cardio to help tighten everything up. So yeah, so there's my tummy. I will continue. I am still continuing to use bio oil. I think I use it maybe like 3 or 4 times a day. Definitely in the morning when I take out the shower. Definitely when I go to bed at night, and then a couple times throughout the day when I just go to my bathroom in my room and I just see it and I just put them on there. So I'm hoping that will help once my skin stretches down to help it. I don't know, we'll see. Stretch marks are so crazy because I heard you can't really get rid of them, but then sometimes you'll see someone like who had them and then like they're gone. I don't know. So we'll see what happens with mine. I'll definitely keep doing monthly updates on what my stomach looks like. And once I do those monthly ones, I might even do maybe twice, maybe every 2 weeks. We'll see. But once I start working out, I'm hoping I'll see some progress every 2 weeks, and I definitely want to keep you guys updated. So we will see. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. And I think we talked about everything, how I'm feeling, great, more energized, not all the time, but most of the time. My breastfeeding experience is great now. It didn't start like that, but now we're good. And how I'm looking and my belly. My goal weight was 150, like I said, I'm 155. But now that I kind of see like what I'm looking like, even if I did go back down to my 145, my body still wouldn't look the same. So I think I'm kind of like over looking at the scale. Of course, I'll still look to see how much I weigh because I just want to know. But as for like what goal weight I have, I don't really think I have any because I don't think my body's gonna, I already know my body's not gonna look the way it was at 145. So me going to 145 is probably still won't make me happy. It's more about toning and tightening, and we'll go from there. Whatever, how much I weigh is how much I weigh. As long as I like how I look in the mirror, that's how it is. A lot of people say don't be hard on yourself, and like I understand that, but if I'm not hard on myself, then I'm not gonna get to where I want to get. So I will work hard to get to where I want to get, and then I'll be happy. And like I said, summer's only, well, I have a good 6 months, but we do have a wedding to go to in a month and a half. So, so I do have a goal to look decent at the wedding in Mexico. So we'll see. I might just wear like a one piece. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so I hope this was beneficial to any mamas out there. Everyone has a different story, and you never know who you're going to relate to and what experiences were similar to yours. So if you have any questions, any comments, just leave them in the comment section below, and I'll definitely get back to you. There's so many mamas out there. It makes me so excited. So many pandemic baby mamas, which is awesome because we can support each other and be there for each other and ask each other questions. So I'm definitely grateful to have, to be a part of such a big group of moms having babies right now. I swear there's like so many announcements and pregnant announcements, birthday announcements. Just, I love it. It's awesome. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, my name is Taylor. And if you haven't already, please like this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. And Merry Christmas.